Hey everyone, my name is Blue Coaster and welcome to the CNB Tutorials channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to set up OBS Studio to record any games on your desktop. Before we start, you will need to download OBS Studio on your computer if it's not on already. Go to the official OBS website, link in the description. Select the operating system you're currently on, such as Windows, Mac, or Linux, depending on what you're on. And in this case I am on Windows 10, so I will use the OBS Studio for Windows 10. So I will click this icon right there. If you're on Mac, click the icon here, the Apple icon, and the Linux if you're on Linux. So in this case we'll go to Windows and download the installer. Since I have already installed OBS, I won't install it again. So once it's installed and ready to use, open it up and you will get this. First and foremost, we're going to create a scene. Right click in the blank box right there, in this darker box, and click on add. Then name your scene whatever you want. I'm gonna call it main or tutorial. Let's call it tutorial. And after you have created your scene, highlight it, click it, and right click in the source box there. The same thing as the scenes. Right click in the blank space of sources, add, and game capture. We're gonna call it Minecraft because we're going to capture Minecraft gameplay in this video. Click OK, and we're going to select a window, a capture specific window, and we're gonna select our beautiful Java W because Minecraft runs on the Java. So make sure you select the Minecraft whatever version you have. And in this case, we're on 1.8.8. So next one, we have Windows Match Property. This doesn't really matter, but there's a difference between all of those. Window title, it just targets the title of the window. So basically, if the title of the window is different, it won't recognize it. So I really highly recommend not using window title, but we're using executable name will be just enough for our need. So selected by default, it should be right there. Let's take that multi-adapter compatibility, and we're gonna force scale it to 720p there. Then we're going to not allow transparency because Minecraft does not have transparency, so we don't need that. And limit capture frame rate, we don't need to limit capture frame rate, but if you want to limit it to, let's say, 60 fps or 30 fps, you can take that out, but for this video we're not going to. Capture cursor, if you want your mouse to appear on the screen, you can take that or not. Use anti-cheat compatibility hook, you can leave that on. And capture third-party overlays such as Steam. There's also Discord that has an overlay. It's considered a third-party overlay. If you want to capture it, you can take that one. Or if you don't want that to happen, then just don't take it. Then we're going to click OK. And we're going to get our Minecraft open right there. It takes like the entire screen. I'm gonna just short this a little bit there. All right, just so we see everything. So we got OBS and Minecraft open, and as you can see, Minecraft is showing right there. So we got Minecraft on OBS there, but it's kind of floating inside the screen. So if you were to record right now, you will have big black parts there. You don't want that. So essentially, you can snap it. You can snap your Minecraft element right there to the corner and just extend this by holding this circle, the corner circle. That's basically like a handle. You just hold your mouse button, your left mouse button, and just drag it. Just stretch it till it snaps all the way to the corner right there, and then there we go, you have your Minecraft element in full screen. Now we can look at other things that you should know, such as the audio and the bitrate, all that stuff in advance. And this one here, I'm gonna show you that this is really important if you want to record your game and your microphone. You want to comment it over it. You want to have only the first tracks there on both desktop and microphone. So there's some applications such as like Adobe Premiere Pro that does not support multi-tracks. So if you want to avoid that problem, just take the first ones and untick the other ones if they're ticked. Now moving on, we're going to go to the settings. So you want to get into the file and settings, and we're going to go through the essentials basically. First of all, output bitrate, I would consider making this high. So let's see, 20,000 should be all right, and then leave it to x264. Audio bitrate, I would consider putting it to the highest possible if you're recording, but I'm going to talk about live streaming, which is different. So if you want to get into advanced options, if you're kind of like, I don't know, have a laggy computer, you can change this to ultra fast, super fast, depending on how slow your computer is. So this means that if the higher it is, the less processing there is. But we don't need to get to the custom encoded settings. There's like a bunch of options you can do, but like it's very, very complex and we don't need that. Recording path, you want to select your destination of the video. I'm gonna save it on the desktop right there. Then you can generate file name without space. For recording quality, I would keep that same as stream. Recording format, set it to MP4. Alright, so now custom and mixer settings, don't touch that. Enable replay buffer, you don't need that. Now we're gonna get to audio, and we're gonna set up the audio. So we are in 44.1 kilohertz, but you can go to 48 kilohertz if you have a microphone that handles 48 kilohertz. Channel stereo. Then we have the speaker here, the desktop audio, and then microphone audio. If you have like multiple desktop audio or multiple microphones, you can set that up as well. But we have only one desktop audio and only one microphone audio. So first of all, the audio for desktop, so it's basically your speakers. So you can set it up to speakers, or there's the voice meter if you have voice meter. I could talk about voice meter later on another video, but this time we'll just keep on speakers. And then we have the auxiliary or the microphone. I have a blue snowball, but I usually go to voice meter output because I am recording with Adobe Audition. So microphone, you can choose your microphone if you want to go to basic setup there. It's good enough. All right, next up we have the video. So we have it here. This is really important. Okay. I will recommend to stay in 16:9 ratio for YouTube, but if you want to record outside of YouTube, you could do custom resolution, and you can choose your the options there. So there's the base and output. Just go with 1920 by 1080, and I suggest to downscale it if you want to make a smaller video. I would just scale it to 720p if your computer does not handle 1080p. If you're scaling your stuff, if you're scaling your video, I would suggest to get the bicubic or the length and for FPS, I would 30 FPS is good, but don't go below 30 FPS. You can do to 60 FPS if you want to. Then we're going to apply, and as you can see, if we hit OK there, the image just shrunk, or like it just like made it smaller. We're going to stretch it back. That is pretty much it for that. So all you have to do is hit start recording, and you should be able to start recording. So we're recording right now, and that is it for today. And now we're going to see the result here. Opened up, and you should be able to start recording. So we're recording right now, and that is it for today. So that is it today. That is how to set up a basic Minecraft or any games. It could be desktop also. I will show you that it's pretty easy to set up the desktop as well. So all you have to do is right click add and a display capture, and you can just go ahead and put it on your whatever monitor you have. So it will record a monitor itself. So that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments below. I will continue make some OBS Studio tutorials. More tutorials are coming in. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next tutorial.